Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to dive into the most essential and versatile tools in your guitar playing. It's the pentatonic scale. We'll cover both minor and major pentatonic scale, and I'll show you how to use them in your guitar playing. So let's start. First, understanding the pentatonic scale. Let's talk about what pentatonic scale is. As the name suggests, penta means 5, so a pentatonic scale consists of 5 notes. There are 2 types, the minor pentatonic and the major pentatonic. Each has its own unique sound and application. Here's a quick look at the notes in the A minor pentatonic scale and the C major pentatonic scale. Notice how they share the same notes but start from different roots. This will be important later when you talk about using these scales in songs. Let's start with the minor pentatonic scale. It's widely used in blues, rock, metal, and some pop music. Here's how to play A minor pentatonic scale in the 5th fret position. So place your index on the 5th fret of the E string and play these notes, 5 and 8. Next is the 5th string, A string, 5 and 7. I'm talking about frets. Next is the D string or the 4th string, 5, 7 again. And then the G string, 3rd string, 5, 7 frets. Next is the B string, 2nd string, 5, 8. And the 1st string, E string, 5 and 8. So what we have so far is 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Memorize that. Also play it backwards. Now let's move on to the major pentatonic scale, but we're going to play it in the key of C. This scale is often used in some pop, some country, and some jazz music. But here we're going to play the C major pentatonic scale, which is actually the same shape as A minor pentatonic scale, but starts from a different root note. So put your pinky on the 8th fret of the E string. That's where we start, okay? And then on the 5th string, 5 and 7. On the 4th string, 5, 7. On the 3rd string, 5, 7. 5, 8 on the B string, and 5, 8 on the 1st string E string. See what happened there? We start on this note, 8th fret of the E string. That's a C. Practice this scale upwards and backward. Start slow and then gradually increase the speed until it feels natural. So now let's talk about using the scales in your music. Both scales are great for soloing and improvisation. Improvisation is coming up with melodies and guitar solos as you go along. It's like an impromptu thing. Here's a simple blues chord progression in A, which is a perfect playground for the A minor pentatonic scale. So the chords are A7, D7, and E7. But I'm using a 12-bar blues chord progression. You can check out this sheet music for the exact counting of bars and how many times you play a chord within the song. So you can play along with me over this chord progression using the A minor pentatonic scale, and feel free to experiment, okay? I'll take this first. A7. It's 4 bars, then D. 2 bars. Back to A7. E7. D7, A7. There's the last bar, E. Then we start. Watch out for the E. B. Back to A. E. Your turn. Cycle. Hey, that's your turn. Back to A. 7. E7. D7. Back to A. Okay, so notice how the minor pentatonic scale fits well over these chord progressions. Now let's try the C major pentatonic scale that we did earlier, and it's the same notes, but we start on C instead of A. Okay, it's the same shape. So the chords are C, F, and G, using the same 12-bar blues chord progression. Okay, so let's start. C, go to F, 2 bars on F, back to C, 2 bars. Then G, 1 bar, F, 1 bar, C, 1 bar on G. Here we go. Your turn. Together. Okay, so that is the C major pentatonic scale over C, F, G. But notice how the notes of the chords of the scale is exactly the same as the A minor pentatonic scale. Think about that. They have the same notes, but you only start on a different root position, okay? Root key, or root note. So here are my practice tips and conclusion for today's video. First, you have to start slow and ensure every note is clear on whatever note you're playing, whatever scale you're playing, major or minor pentatonic. It's clear and slow. Now also utilize the alternate picking, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Utilize that to save energy and utilize the movement of your down up movement. That's alternate picking, okay? If you have a looper, go loop those chord progression and play over it as much as you can, okay? And also try and using a metronome, a rhythm guide, so you can play on time and you can experiment with different rhythm patterns or solo patterns also. And also experiment with different positions and transitions between scales. So the minor pentatonic and the major pentatonic, but that's the minor A, and the major C major pentatonic. So they're the same. They're actually the same scale. You start on A for A minor. You start on C for C major. So there's a difference in feel if you start in a different note, but using the same notes basically. Okay. Next is keep practicing until you find these scales become second nature in your playing. It's like less thought and more of your finger muscle memory. But that doesn't mean you should be noodling around mindlessly. You still have to have some kind of awareness and intention on the playing. All right, so that's it for today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon for more guitar lessons like this. So leave a comment below with any questions or topics that you'd like us to cover in the future. And yeah, good luck to your guitar journey, and I'll see you next time.